March 14, 2021, New York. Here's my asparagus bed. Last year in October, November, I set a 4 or 5 inch of covering of mulch that I have there. And well, first I cut the ferns all the way down almost to like 1 inch from the ground. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I have 10 plants in here, 10 crowns. I started from seed 2 years ago, exactly 2 years ago. And so I cut the ferns down almost over the ground, and then I added a thick layer of mulch, hay, and well, it sat there all winter, full of snow. And what happens is that packed down to about 2 inches of solid hay, and I didn't think the asparagus was going to break through that matted hay. So what I did, I removed some of it. I'll say 50% of it, maybe 75% of it. And once the asparagus starts to grow, I'm going to replace it. I'm going to put it in between the asparagus. See, there is some over there in the corner, and here too. It's very windy today. So this is what I did in Zone 6A, New York, to bring the asparagus bed, ready to get it ready for the 2021 season. It's very windy today, but once the spears begin to grow, I mean, the matting was so thick and so dense that even with a small rake that I have, I was having trouble breaking it apart. So what I did, I removed most of it, 75% of it, something like that, and then I put it over to another bed. And I will wait a couple of weeks, and when the spears begin to emerge, then in between the asparagus, the crowns, I'm going to replace the hay, and that will give it protection from the sun, because I try not to water it as much as I can. So I started this bed 2 years ago, 2019, from seeds. I bought 25 seeds, I think. I forgot the supplier, but 100% germination. I gave some away, and whatever was left, I planted it here. And Martha Washington is the variety. In this part of the world, New Jersey, New York, Connecticut, Maine, and all that, you need to have Martha Washington because the hardiest. And so for 2 years, I did nothing to it. I just let it grow. I let the ferns grow as high as they could. Last year, the ferns were, I'm 6 feet tall, well, 5'10". I shrunk. So last year they grew, they were taller than I was. And the only thing is the female plants, the ones that produce the seeds, I cut those first, because I think, in my opinion, those seeds would draw energy from the root system for sustainability purposes. So I cut those first. I'll say late August, early September, and I mulch them. I cut them in small pieces and mulch them, and then I let the rest of the ferns just grow as tall as they could be. They could go, and they became 7 feet tall. And I had to put some structure here to come up with something so they because they would flop all over the place. Um, and then we had a mild September, mild October. I think late November, I cut them down. They had died back for the most part, and I cut them up. And I brought my wheelbarrow here, and I cut them into smaller pieces, and I mulched them. Uh, this is the second year that. So first year I planted them. Second year I didn't do anything with them. So this is the third year. I'm looking forward to having asparagus mixed with eggs, eaten raw, with cheese, barbecued, baked, broiled, everything. Anyway, so I'm excited about this bed. I've asked my wife to come up with street signs. So this is going to be stout, good stout way, because she had an asparagus bed that was like 40 years old, and the manner by which I maintain the bed is after her philosophy, which is deep mulching. So so this street here will be Ruth Stout way. Yeah, Ruth Stout, the corner, Ruth Stout and Martha Washington way. So that's it. I just wanted to show you what the bed looked like and what to do in early spring. So mid to early March, because this will produce spears early. Okay, this is the first plant that's going to start producing uh, crops, and I'm looking forward to it. So in the middle of the fall, deep mulching, cut the ferns, deep mulching, and just let it sit there all winter long. And then early spring, March, April, when there isn't any chance for additional snow, uh, remove if the hay or straw or leaves have matted, you remove some of it, let the ferns begin to emerge, and then mulch heavily around the plants. Have a good day. Happy spring. Happy spring. Happy bountiful harvest 2021. Take care.